Welcome back to Past of the Time. Today's video is about a very important global topic, Iran versus USA, from historical conflict to 2026. Tensions and what happens next. This is not just politics. It's decades of history, conflict, and shifting power that still affects the world today. Let's break it down in a simple way. The roots of tension go back to 1953, a major political change in Iran, linked to oil control and foreign influence, created early mistrust between Iran and Western powers. This was not open conflict, but it planted the seeds of long-term tension. Everything changed in 1979. Iran went through a revolution that completely reshaped its government and foreign policy. After this, relations with the United States broke down sharply. Diplomatic ties weakened, and both countries became long-term rivals instead of partners. After 1979, relations between Iran and the USA became mostly tense. Instead of cooperation, the focus shifted to pressure and opposition. The United States imposed economic sanctions, mainly targeting Iran's economy, oil exports, and banking system. Iran, on the other hand, viewed this as external pressure on its independence. At the same time, the Middle East was becoming unstable, with multiple conflicts and changing alliances. This created a situation where both Iran and the USA were often involved indirectly in regional issues, supporting different sides and strategies. So the relationship was no longer direct friendship or direct war. It became a long-term political rivalry with global impact. Even with tensions, there were moments when both sides tried to talk. The most important example was nuclear-related negotiations involving Iran and global powers. At one point, agreements were reached that reduced tension and created hope for stability. But that peace did not last long. Changes in politics, disagreements, and renewed sanctions caused trust to break again. So the pattern became clear. Talks happen, progress is made, then tension returns. This cycle repeated many times over the years. Now in 2026, the situation is still sensitive. There is no direct war, but also no full trust. The relationship is mostly shaped by sanctions and economic pressure, regional security concerns, political influence in the Middle East, global power competition. Instead of open conflict, both countries now operate through diplomacy, policies, and indirect actions. So today's reality is not peace and not war. It is a controlled but unstable tension. Now the big question is, what comes next? There are three possible paths: gradual improvement through diplomacy, continued long-term tension without direct conflict, or sudden escalation due to regional events. But one thing is clear. This relationship will continue to affect not just Iran and the USA, but the entire world. Because in global politics, some conflicts don't end quickly. They evolve. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe to Past of the Time for more simple and powerful history breakdowns. And tell me in the comments, do you think relations will improve in the future or stay tense? See you in the next video.